What if I told you that the greatest victories in history weren't won on the battlefield, but in the mind? That's the secret weapon of Sun Tzu, the man behind the art of war. A book so powerful it has shaped wars, politics, and business for over 2,500 years. But here's the real twist. His strategies aren't just about war, they're about winning at everything. Let's break down how Sun Tzu's principles have secretly dictated history and why they still matter today. 2,500 years ago, China was torn apart by war. But one man didn't just fight battles, he rewrote the rules of warfare. Sun Tzu, a general in the state of Wu, faced overwhelming enemies but didn't rely on brute force. Instead, he mastered deception, strategy, and psychological warfare. His victories weren't just about winning battles. They were about never needing to fight them in the first place. That's the core idea behind the art of war, and it's been used in ways you wouldn't believe. Sun Tzu's first rule: avoid unnecessary conflict. He wrote, "Supreme excellence consists in breaking the enemy's resistance without fighting." That means outsmarting your opponent before they even realize they're in danger. Sounds theoretical? Let's see how this principle shaped some of the most pivotal moments in history. 490 BC, Persia, the world's superpower, set its sights on Greece. They assumed the Athenians would surrender. Big mistake. The Greeks didn't wait. They struck first, catching the Persians off guard as they disembarked from their ships. The result? Persia's mighty invasion force was crushed before it could even set up camp. Sun Tzu would have approved, because he famously said, "If your enemy is unprepared, strike fast." The US had more troops, better weapons, and superior technology. But the Viet Cong had something more powerful: Sun Tzu's playbook. Instead of fighting head-on, they used guerrilla tactics, ambushes, and deception. Their deep knowledge of Vietnam's terrain made them nearly impossible to catch. They turned America's strength into a weakness, proving Sun Tzu right. It is more important to outthink your enemy than to outfight him. World War II. Hitler was bracing for an Allied invasion, but he had no idea where it would happen. The Allies took advantage of this. They created an entire fake army, complete with inflatable tanks, phony radio transmissions, and double agents feeding Hitler misinformation. The result? German forces were sent to the wrong location, leaving Normandy vulnerable to the real attack. This wasn't just luck. It was Sun Tzu's philosophy in action. All warfare is based on deception. Sun Tzu wasn't just talking about war. His strategies apply everywhere. Businesses use his tactics to dominate industries. CEOs avoid direct competition, targeting unchallenged markets instead. Politicians divide opponents before taking control. Even in sports, teams exploit their rivals' weaknesses rather than playing their strongest game. The lesson? The best way to win isn't by fighting harder, it's by fighting smarter. Sun Tzu's strategies have shaped history, but which of his lessons do you think is most relevant today? Drop your thoughts in the comments, and let's discuss how these ancient war tactics still run the world.